What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Kiara.
I'm Darlene.
And I'm Keisha.
And we are Lipstained.
Hi!
So today our topic is going to be about Black love and the underrepresentations of Black love. So my question to you guys is, what is Black love? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel really excited when I see Black love, when I see two couples together and they both are Black. It's, I don't know, being from Southern California, sometimes that is something that we just don't see a lot. So it makes me nice. It's like, it's appreciative. It's like, I appreciate that you guys are with each other, that you guys are loving each other. It feels, I don't know, I feel a little accepted at the same time. Yeah. Like I'm not unappreciative, like I'm not accepted even though he not with me, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. Black love to me like represents strength and power, and it's just so beautiful to see. Like I love seeing two Black people together and like really in love, like genuinely in love and for each other and riding for each other. And
one of my favorite things to see is like an older Black couple. I don't know why, and they got the gray peppered hair, and they're just together with their little walking shoes, and it's just beautiful because it's just like, I don't know, I just like it.
And they're just so wise.
It's just, it's just so sweet, and it's just nice to see. So,
but don't you feel like you kind of see that often? Like if I do see Black love, it's usually with an older couple because back then, you know. Not saying that it was forbidden, but people kind of like fell in love with Black people. Like they fell in love with each other. To me, I feel I feel better when I actually see younger couples together because I feel like nobody is representing, or I don't want to say teaching. I just want to say showing examples of Black love
in our generation,
and the younger generation.
So I guess that brings up the whole issue about Black men that don't date Black women because of these stereotypes, or Black women not dating Black men because of these stereotypes. Why? Like, what is the whole point of that? Like, why does that make women angry when they see a Black man with a white woman?
For me, it doesn't make me angry. The only thing that makes me angry is when, you know, when we have conversations with each other, you know, and then a Black guy will say some far off BS like, oh yeah, I only like Black women. I mean, I like white women because X, Y, and Z, because they're pleasant, because they're not crazy, because they don't nag, because they do whatever I say, they listen, they're more obedient. And I'm just like, wow. So basically you're trying to say, or they would say, oh, I don't like Black women because we're angry, we're loud, we're ghetto, we ain't shit. Oh, we have to wear bonnets and wraps. Like dumb stuff that we all don't even go through. Like we're all not, you know what I'm saying? Like that's so stereotypical. Like some of the things that they say about Black women is just like, really? Are you the white supremacist, or should I be worried about you, or you know, like I don't know.
And what's it makes irritating about that is that they say they don't date Black women because they're crazy and they're this, that, and this, but then you'll see them with a non-Black girl that's trying to be Black, or is just as, I don't want to say just as crazy, but she's doing all these things that he said he didn't like. Right. But for some reason, when it's another race,
they're spicy.
Exotic, it's sexy.
They're sassy.
She got that Jamaican attitude, or that Puerto Rican attitude, and it's just a little irritating. Like, what's wrong with us? Like, why is that so irritating when it's us doing it? Like, why?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. And I don't know, I just find that to just be like, oh, it just bugs me.
Yeah.
Like, I hate when guys say that. It just...
I'm going to read something.
Okay.
So I found this meme on Instagram, and it says, let's be honest. Black women are not attracted to the weird Black guy. If you're different in any way, you're gay or weird. So people need to stop acting surprised when they are with an opposite race, because true enough, we wouldn't be attracted to them until they're famous. Dating outside your race doesn't make you less woke. And this was about the Childish Gambino.
Yeah. Donald Glover.
Yeah.
By no means are we saying interracial dating is bad. Right?
But do you think that's true though? Like black girls, I know a lot of black girls who are not attracted to like the nerd or the weird.
Well, yeah, I think that's true.
Whatever,
or the really nice black guy, like he's considered the nice guy.
Yeah,
I have a lot of friends that looked at Eric. They looked at Eric and said, "Oh, he's into comic books and video games. Oh, he's childish. He this, that, and this." And it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like
I can say that I'm guilty of this because I totally am like into Bad Boys.
Oh, God.
Which I need to get my life together. I gotta get my life together. But so I've met like super like not hood or whatever, and I'm like, oh no, he's a nerd. Oh no, he's a nerd. I don't like him. But
then when that same guy started dating outside the race, now you're like, oh, now he don't. Or he's continuously date outside of his race.
I don't say anything about it.
Because you wasn't attracted to him. But for the next girl, we're going to look at him.
But he was someone else's game.
Yeah. And I don't want to say I'm guilty of this because I think that black women, I feel like for a nerd is a nerd. There's always a nerdy
but
black
I'm a nerd,
chick.
So I don't know how I can tell someone, you're a nerd, I don't like you. Like,
right.
Hello.
But I don't know. I feel like I've heard that before or something similar. I heard, from a really, good friend of mine. I'm not going to say her name, but she basically said with her, she is Hispanic and she's with a black guy. And she said with her boyfriend, that a lot of women were not attracted to him because they used to say, oh, he's too dark or he's too whatever. And when she started dating him, and she's gorgeous, and all of a sudden all the black girls is like, oh, why is he dating her? He should be dating black women. And then he's from like a small town in the South, and it's just it's not the move when he goes back home that he's bringing home this Hispanic woman that's absolutely gorgeous, and they put her down, but and it's really not her fault because she's just with him. She met him. She's attracted to him. She gave him play. She fell in love with him. So at the end of the day, are we to look at some guys who say, hey, she was the one who gave me a shot. I shot my shot with this beautiful woman and she caught it. She was like, basketball in, swoosh. And when I tried to get with the bomb black girl, she wasn't trying to give me the time of day, but now everybody's feeling a certain kind of way because I'm with her now. So I get what some black guys or even some black women would say, and I there's always black women who date white men will say the same thing. Well, hey, these guys were not trying to get with me. They were trying to get with the light-skinned girl with the long hair. They were trying to get with the Mexican chick, And
you know what? I don't mean to cut you off, but I can second on that. Because, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm completely different. I'm like this oddball. But most of my friends are a certain way, and I'm the exact opposite. So they see my tattoos and they see like I'm not really into the music they're into. So they kind of block me out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And when I get around other races, it's different. I can talk to... I've talked to black guys too, but I can't talk to like a Hispanic guy or a white guy about DC or some video games. Even some of my female friends, I can't talk to them about that. And they looking at me like, what are you talking about? So it's like, I think it's just a cycle that our race is in. It's just like this never-ending cycle that black women put onto black men. And
but at the end of the day, we're all kind of complex, don't you think? Like we're not all the same kind of a black woman. We're not gonna all be ghetto with 8 baby daddies and 7 kids and all those things. Like we're not that typical stereotype that people put on us. And there are some of us who like rock music. There are some of us who are Republicans. There are some of us who are educated. There's some of us who own our own businesses. There's some of us who own our own homes. There's some of us who, just have their thing together. Or some of us who's not all the way together, but still not, a stereotype. And I just feel like that's like, I hate when people just group us all into one thing.
Same thing goes for men, because I feel like as black women, sometimes we group all of black men in the same. Oh,
I've done that.
Ghetto. He's just a jailbird. Oh, he ain't got no job. He whatever. Like, why can't we show them the same support that we do other races?
I feel like
not saying me per se, but you know.
Sometimes don't you feel? Because I know it's not like that for me, but sometimes I feel like, why do black people and black women, black men, in a sense, have to be a them versus us? Yeah. Do you feel like any other race is a them versus us? Do you think that Asian men and women is like, it's Asian women and Asian men, or Hispanic women, Hispanic men, white women? But for us, why is it always a them versus us situation?
I read somewhere that it is like a theory that it started back in slavery.
Of course.
The women not being able to, or the men not being able to protect the women and vice versa, and they kind of just separated us then. Yeah. And it's just been that way since. It's just gotten worse.
Like, I think we are so separated on so many levels. Color, hair. Yeah. If a black girl got green eyes, then she's in a whole different group than a black girl that got brown eyes. Right. Or a black girl that got wavy hair. Oh, she different than a curly haired girl or a kinky haired girl. A brown skinned girl, light skinned girl, dark skinned girl. Yeah. Like, we even separate the types of colors. Yeah. And it's just like,
we separate
types of undertones. Like, you got yellow and
yeah. I got red undertones.
You got yellow and I'm red. But like, what?
Right. We do that, and we do that with our hair. Oh, you're 4C, you're 4A, you're 3C. Yeah. Like, we're all
well, I'm 3C, so my hair's better.
Yeah.
Like,
but tell them about when you said the black man gets this painted image of a black woman because of their mom.
One of the things that black men always try to say about black women is that, when I was growing up, my mother yelled at me. My mother nagged. My mother screamed. She was too aggressive. She was an angry black woman. And I feel like there might be something to that, because I've heard several people talk about that. And I think that maybe sometimes when you think about some of you women, when you think about how you are parenting your sons and your daughters for that matter, do we always have to be so aggressive? Do we always have to be so everything always has to be, I tell you what, like, everything has to be such attitude, and we don't always have to be like that. And I get, the kids get on our nerves from time to time, but I remember even one time I was in a store, I was in Walmart, and this woman, she had a baby, a teeny tot, like almost a newborn, and the baby was grabbing on her hair, playing with her mom, grabbing her hair, and she was cursing out her baby like a grown ass person. Oh my God, you got one more time to effing touch my face. And like, she was literally legit cursing this baby out. And I turned around the first time and I looked at her kind of crazy, like, dude, like, what are you doing? And all in public. And then she looked at me, and then I thought we had an understanding. Like, I don't want to hear that again, because it was really annoying me. So we're walking, and I'm in front of her, and and the baby did it again. And then now I felt like she went extra hard on this child. It was like a 3 or 4 month child, and I was like, really? And I turned around, and this time I stopped I stopped my foot, and I turned around like extra hard. Like, I don't know if you saw it the first time, but this time, like, I think that is so, I don't know, that tells your character. It tells your character when you gotta curse out a baby. Imagine when that baby becomes 3 and 5 and 7 and 10 and 14 and 16. It's like you're dealing with
emotional scars and stuff like that from your parents is like a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Don't understand that when they're parenting and when they're bringing up kids, like
you don't always got to yell to prove your point. I mean, even if you yell, but I got yelled at, and I'm sure everybody's going to get yelled at, no matter if you're white, Mexican, Chinese, or Asian, or whatever. You're going to get, your parents going to yell at you, but when it's a constant thing, anytime even when they see you move outside in the world, and you're like at the restaurant or the grocery store, when somebody gets on your nerves, you always got to show somebody that you're so bad. Oh, you messing with the wrong one and all that. We don't always got to come across as that kind of a person.
I think it's just because we don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
We need to definitely work on communication.
I think although emotional scars are real, and that could affect how a child grows up, but does that mean that little boy or little girl should have such a single, narrow-minded, one-track mind to say, well, they all like that.
It was an actual study that showed that a lot of black men when they dated outside their race, it kind of went right back to the black mother. Yeah, and then that's the representation. So think about when you're a kid and when you get older, you're like, oh, when I get older, when I listen to this, I'm never going to be with somebody like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
when you're so angry, you can't do nothing when you're a kid. Yeah. What you gonna do to your mama? Yeah. Nothing.
Run away. Y'all will run away. Yeah.
Be like, bye.
Yeah. Exactly. So I mean, come on, black women. Is that a theory? Yes or no? Like, let us know if you think what do you think about that particular theory? And then another theory or another thing that I read was black men who didn't date black women, who was like really against the whole dating of black women. And they also said, and again, it was going back to their mom, saying that all throughout their lives growing up, they heard their mother talk so badly about other black women. So that was a seed that was dropped into them. Yep. Like, black women are not attractive, because if your son grows up hearing you speak so badly upon your fellow black women, what makes you think he's going to think that's attractive? He's going to be like, oh yeah, she do think she's too cute. Oh yeah, she is too sassy. Oh yeah, her hair is too nappy. Oh yeah, her skin is too dark. Oh yeah, her nose is too big. Because they heard.
It teaches them to be disloyal to their people as well. Not just with women saying like, I'm not dating women. Even with men. Like, okay, well, my mama talked about this woman. I could talk about this man, or I could do this man. Right. And not have really real homies or whatever the case is. Like,
exactly. Or even with when black women would talk about black men, oh, they ain't shit. Oh, because your daddy ain't shit. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. Or all these black guys, none of y'all daddies is shit. Or whatever the case may be. That's like putting something towards us, because now we're thinking that all black men ain't shit. All black men can't take care of their kids. Which that is a horrible stereotype. Like,
that's a
y'all,
whole other video, girl.
Yeah.
That is. That's a whole other
but
video.
I'm just saying, but nobody wants to be stereotyped on things that only happen in their whole entire in their household or on a block. Like, I think I was on YouTube and then some guy was saying something like, black women are trash. Oh. I'm just like, really? Is black women are just trash? And it was a black guy who said that. Thanks. And I'm just like, wow. And then I'm thinking, like, I don't know. And I said that maybe it's the ones that's around you. Maybe you should venture out of your neighborhood, out of your space, out of your block, and seek out the beauty in us. Like, seek out and go to places. Maybe the black women on your block and your neighborhood is a certain kind of way. That doesn't mean we're all that way. Just like all white women are not weak. To me, I feel like, and a lot of these black men would be like, oh yeah, I'm with this white girl. I'd rather be with white girl because they're obedient, or they're more pleasant, or they're this and that. But then I see a lot of y'all out, and y'all with some head snapping white girls that wear hoop earrings and have slick down gelled hair. And I'm thinking like, yeah. And she's talking like this. She got all that attitude. And I'm thinking like, whoa. I wonder how obedient she is.
You know what is so irritating about that is that you'll have a black girl that is that way because that's how she grew up and she had to defend herself in the place she's from. But then you'll have like these white girls or Mexican girls on Instagram, like Whoa Vicky. Do you guys know who that is?
Oh my
or
God.
Bad Baddie, right? She's praised, or she's my life. She's this, she's that, right? And people will like worship them. But back in the day, when the little black girl that had that attitude and the hoops and the cornrows was like that, she was ghetto, she was problematic. She's a hood rat. She about to have kids, and it's just like, why? What's like? What is there?
It's the cool thing now to appropriate our culture. Like, it's just
not fair.
Yeah.
Because it's like
our features only look good on others.
It's not even our features, it's our whole attitude, our whole culture, period.
Everything.
The way we dress, the way we talk, the way everything.
Our body shape, everything.
I just think it's really irritating because there's some women and men that are that way and have that hot attitude and that hot temper because that's the way they grew up, and they had to be that way. It's
just who they are,
you know. And they had to dress a certain way because they didn't have money to get that. And now it's all big, and they want to like glorify that, but on the white people or the Mexican girls. And I see that all the time. And
capitalizing on our ghetto
I just feel like that's so annoying.
They've always done that.
Yeah,
since like forever.
But yeah, I mean, I would tell you like one of my biggest flaws, like what I thought my flaw was my lips.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people were spending so much money on injecting their lips. Yep. And I'm just like,
I think I said this last video.
Yeah.
I wanted to get my lips like reduced when I was younger because I thought my lips were too big and I used to get made fun of. And now everybody are getting injections for lips like mine.
Yeah.
Wait a second, we've had these.
Hold on.
This is how we are.
I was born like this.
Yeah.
So why is it famous just because some white person or non-black person decided to say, "Oh, I want that now"?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense, but according to society, it makes all the sense. I would love somebody to explain it to me. I would love that. But okay, so as far as going back into like Black love and do you guys feel like we are not represented even on TV?
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like
the Blackish show. They're trying to break up the family.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, they got back together this week.
I know.
But they tried it, and it wasn't going. I was going to sue, or not sue, but I was going to boycott
Raise hell,
ABC or whatever. But I feel like I don't know if you guys noticed that a lot of commercials, like Cheerio commercials, and everything is interracial, right?
It's not a full black family. Even if the mom and dad's black, the kids are mixed.
Yeah,
for whatever reason. For whatever reason.
Because they want the kid with the loose curly hair, and the light skin, and the whatever.
But
what is that supposed to be?
That's not what the black family looks like.
We are completely.
we look like all kinds of different.
We look like this. We are all different.
Right. Different shades, different hair textures, different everything.
And it's kind of sad that it's going that way because, and I was reading a few articles, and one of the articles were saying that it seems as if when a black lead has a role of power, it's like they're forced to be with a non-black partner on that show.
Power?
Yeah, because he was with Angela, and then he cheated with that other girl.
Yeah, like come on.
And now that she's black, like what?
What makes me so sad, even though I am Puerto Rican, but as you can see, I'm a black Puerto Rican. It makes me so sad that this woman who writes the show Power, she's black herself. I'm like, could we even win on our own shows? Could we win somewhere? Could we win?
Why couldn't we have
we win?
What's her name? Tammy or Keisha, whatever her name is, be a power couple? Why couldn't
they
were?
Like they started off as a power couple, right? Until he saw her walk down those stairs and all eyes was on her, and he basically risked his family, his life, his everything to be with that woman. And that makes me so sad. Like even on our own show.
They do that in real life though.
We can't even win.
But remember I said the black guy will be with the black woman when he's struggling to come up. Once he get there, it seems like he leaves her for the exotic girl.
Yeah.
All the time. I don't get it.
Hey, black women are exotic other places. If we're exotic in France.
We're the only ones that have hair like this, lips like this.
Right.
We're the only women that can come out
bodies
different
like
shades.
Yeah.
Like
that to me, that's exotic enough. And we're all exotic because we're all,
and we ain't got to prove nothing.
What I noticed that on TV, we're not getting the black family or even black coupling is completely getting ignored. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, like the commercials, TV shows, or whatever, there's always a mixed coupling. And
we got mixed before we got the full black family.
Yeah.
I felt so betrayed on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they replaced the original Vivian with the light skin.
Oh my God.
Where's at?
I don't like that replacing as it is. I don't like replacing as it is. And Vivian was everything. She was all of that.
Everything.
She was all of that. And then you kind of replaced her with the light skin one, and she was kind of dull. First of all, nobody explained how she just looked completely different. They just put her on there.
Right. No explanation. No, like, did he get remarried?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Wait, was she still Vivian?
Yeah.
Name? Oh, so
I'd much rather them got a divorce.
So, like, my wife and kids. Remember, the first daughter was dark skinned, and then they changed her to light skinned girl.
What's her name?
They sure did. Yeah. And again, there was no
like you with that curly hair. And
yeah. But no, there was no explanation. But what I'm saying, but at least they were still black. I'm just like, what happened? Like, where is the all black, the black love coupling on TV? Something that we can kind of aspire to and represent.
They people on us on that and all those.
So with everything that we discussed, that is why we wanted to make this video about black love. That's why it's so important and it's so beautiful to see because of everything we just said.
I want to see us more represented. Like on there's a lot of shows that if you're like a powerful lead on the show, they're gonna couple you with a white person, like Scandal. Olivia, she never really had a black counterpart on that show. She was probably the most powerful person in DC.
And they had to make her Scooter Dang.
But I have a question.
And Viola Davis on How to Get Away with Murder, her husband was white. Even when she had the affair with the woman was white. Like, I just want to what is happening?
So let me ask you guys this. I've never seen those shows, but do those characters represent a real black woman? Does she have the black friends? Is she really exuding that black woman, or is she just a figure that can be swapped out with an Asian girl, a white woman, a Mexican woman if they wanted to?
I think on some of those shows, yes and no.
They can be swapped out with any race, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think even on Grey's Anatomy, and maybe this is a Shonda thing. Is this a Shonda thing?
These are all her shows.
These are all her shows, and she doesn't represent black couples. I think she has maybe one couple that's black, and on all of the shows that she represents,
she's trying to please the white man so that her shows can stay on TV.
I just don't understand.
If it's too black, then air it.
I have
Shonda,
two things.
Are you taking an extra check?
I have two things about that. Is that if you're gonna have a black lead, a woman or man, why can't we get I don't want to say a real black woman, but a black woman that you would see on the streets? You know what I mean?
But that's again putting us into a box, because who's to say that there's no bad attorney black women that's in Washington D.C. running things? Actually, because mind you, that character is based on a real person.
But I don't know the show, but where's her black friends? Where, you know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Where is that?
I feel like a lot of shows are not written for black, they're not written for the character to be a black person.
They just swapped.
Audition and okay, you got it.
Yeah.
And so you said, what did you just say? You said it's too black.
Yeah.
When me, you, Billy and Eric went to go see Birth of a Nation, which is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Me and Eric went home and we watched an interview with the guy that played Nat Turner. Mm-hmm. He said, it's on The Breakfast Club, he went to every powerful black actor, anybody you can think of, the most powerful ones that come to your head, they told him, this is what they told him: too black, not enough white people. That's what he told him. And he said, I'm not going to name, but he said, think of the most powerful black actors. Anybody you can think of.
Because it's harder to get it in theaters. If it's too black, then it makes white people uncomfortable when it's too black.
And that movie was so good. Wasn't it good?
I thought it was amazing.
Better than 12 Years a Slave. It was better than...
Oh my God.
I have it on my DVR at home, but I'm like, I'm going to watch it.
It's better than any of those slave movies you could ever see.
And then it gets you wanting to talk because I think we talked
we talked for
2 hours after we went to see the movie, and it just brought up a lot of little things or whatever. But again, we might be getting a little off topic with that, but we just want to see us represented. I definitely know that on the show This Is Us, you guys watch that show?
I was just gonna say that. You took the words right out of my mouth.
That couple is this,
and that role was written for a black man.
Yes. And the way he loves his wife, and he loves his family, if that's not the best representation of a black couple, even with Blackish, but that's more, funny. But it's that's what we want to see. We want to see black men love black women, and we want that to be represented. Yeah, and black women
team
love
against each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
You may not have the best relationship. Everything's not going to be peaches and cream every day because that's real life. We don't like each other every day as couples. We get on each other's nerves. But you make it work and you become a team. And if anybody, black men, yes.
I love them so much.
Black men have a problem with, why do I have to give 50-50? Because if I'm successful black man out here making it, then I shouldn't have to hear no lip when I get home. What are you talking about? Everything is 50-50. You have to depend on me to take care of the home. If I'm a stay-at-home mother, like I got to depend on you to bring home the money. Nothing's going to get done if one of us is out the game. If you decide not to work and I decide not to be at home and take care of the house and the kids, my worth is not more or less than your worth. And that's for any woman. And a lot of people are two income families. So what are you talking about? If I got to go home, I got to take care of you, got to take care of the kids, and then you're griping over because I want 50-50. That's not something to gripe over. We have to stop being us versus us.
Like when you leave work, like your actual work, and you come home, it's still work.
It's still work.
Work at your relationship.
Exactly.
Like, I'm tired. Like no.
Everything is work, and that's if you're with a white woman, she deserves your respect.
Anybody.
Yeah. Mexican women deserve black men's respect. So that can't be the rhetoric that black men will say when you don't want to date black women and the stupid reasons why.
And that should make that other race.
That should make that other woman to be like looking like at you like you ain't shit.
You're the weak one.
You're the
one that can't handle anything, Definitely. And you're the one that needs to go back and figure out your life.
And that includes black women too.
No woman is going to be weak or obedient and do what you say and do what you want. Sorry.
And the same thing.
Some people are, but it's because they don't know themselves. Once a woman finds herself, and knows who she is. She ain't gonna take that shit from you.
Yeah,
like nobody.
That doesn't matter what race you are.
Right.
And that's vice versa. Even with black men who only date white women or whatever because of whatever the reason why, all those stereotypes have to end because everybody deserves the same amount of respect in a relationship, and that doesn't matter if you're white, if you're with a white man or a woman or a black person or Asian person or Hispanic person. Everybody deserves the kindness and the respect. So if you can be kind to a white woman and her kids that she might have outside of her relationship, out of your relationship.
You got a couple baby daddies too.
Exactly. You can be kind, and there's nothing wrong with you being with a black woman, and just because she has a kid or two outside of your relationship, that doesn't mean she's less worthy than the Mexican woman or the Asian woman or the black woman or the white woman that has kids or whatever these stupid stereotypes that I always hear. Like we all are grown and we're all are adults.
We are all human before race, sex, religion, whatever. We're human first, and I think that's what's important when it comes to that kind of stuff. So,
So
we want to know what you think.
Yes, let's keep the conversation
going.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. What's our Instagram? Lipstained with 2 Ds?
Lipstained with 2 Ds.
Lipstained with 2 Ds.
On Instagram, and then it's just regularly spelled Lipstained on our YouTube. So,
and Facebook too.
Yes. Yes, we have to start getting it. Come on, people. And then we definitely want you, please subscribe and comment, because those comments keep the conversation going.
And click the notification bell, so every time we upload a video, it'll just pop up on your phone, and you'll know, and you can just remind yourself to watch it later.
Yes, exactly.
So I think we're good, guys. I think we got what we wanted to say out,
definitely.
And hopefully you guys will take this information and share it and just
think
make
about
it go viral.
Spark some conversation with you and your friends.
Right.
And just know we love everybody. We're not men haters, color hater. We just love everyone. We're just speaking our minds on things that's important to our community as colored women, black women, women in general.
Yes. Okay? All right. And we're Lipstained. Remember to stay woke and pretty.
Bye.
Bye.